The second attribute that I'm going to discuss, source attribute. Image is an element. So why img is used? Img is the shortcut for image. It is a tag and it is used to embed an image into an HTML page. So you will be using it for that. And what is SCR attribute? So SCR attribute specifies, okay? So it specifies the path to the image, okay? Is the path to the image that you want to display on the web page. Okay, so what is image element? Image element is used to embed. So it is used to embed an image. Okay, so it is used to embed an image in a HTML page. Okay, right. Okay, and what is this particular SCR attribute? SCR attribute is used to specify the path to the image to be displayed. Okay, so I'm saying to be displayed. Let me just complete this line. So it is IMG and then SRC. Then I'll be specifying the path over here. Okay, so whatever is the path, I'll be specifying the path over here, and then that's it. Okay, so the image will be displayed for you. So let me show you this in practicals. Okay, right. So I have opened the document for you. Okay, I have taken a picture also. So this is a image. So let me copy the path of this image. Okay, so this is the path. Right. So let me just take off this anchor. Okay, let me give this, which is IMG, then SRC is equal to, okay, I'm giving the, so it is lotus.jpg. Okay, right. Okay, fine. So let me save this and let us run this. Okay, can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so this is what is your HTML image element. Okay, so this is your image element. But you can see that the width and height of this particular lotus is quite big. Okay, so it occupied lot of space on my web page. So I can actually reduce the size of it by using some other attributes. Okay, so let us look into what are that attributes. Okay, so I hope everybody can see this and understood what is image and the source attribute.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Let us try to, and you can see like the size of it is quite big, right? So let us try to reduce the size of it. So what are the next attributes that we are going to see? The next attributes that we are going to see are the width and height. Okay, so the next attributes are width and height, and these also can be mentioned in the image tag. Okay, so width and height attributes, these are also can be given in the image tag. Okay, so along with the source tag, along with the source attribute, you can also give this width and height attributes. Okay, so let me show you that now. So this is the code, right? Okay, so now I'm saying width is equal to, so I'll just take 100. Height is equal to, so I just have taken 100. Okay, so I just made added width and height into this particular source tag. Okay, right. So let me save this and refresh this. As I refreshed, you can see the size reduced, right? Yeah. Did you make it out? Like the size have reduced?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Are you following, girls?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So now let us see another attribute that you can give in the image tag itself, which is nothing but the alt tag. Okay, so which is nothing but the alt attribute. Okay, so this is the next attribute that we'll be looking in the image tag, right? What is the name of the tag? What is the name of the attribute? It is the alt
Attribute.
Okay, so it's an alt attribute. So alt attribute is used when we are using this alt attribute. So sometimes you want to display an image. Okay, you want to display an image that does not exist. Okay, so that does not exist. And when this kind of situation arises, you need some alternative to be printed on the website saying that the image is not available or anything. But it cannot have an URL. Okay, so ఈ image కాకపోతే ఇంకొక image అన్నది ఉండదండి. Okay, so you just need to mention some text over there saying that the image is not available. You can give the URL or the path only in SRC. Okay, right. So let me just put that and show you. So here itself, I'll be removing this width and height so that it will not be confusing to you. And I'll be putting the alt attribute over here. So I'm saying alt is equal to, so let me say image not available. Okay. Image not available. So I just made it that way and I'm saving it. But since the image is existing, so I won't be able to see this alt part. So I'm changing the name of the image. I'm just saying it is, I just added an S over here. So I just changed the file name. So it will not be found. Okay, so let me actually refresh it and you can see the difference now. Okay, so what it is saying image not available. Okay, right? Yes. So let us move on to the next attribute. So which is nothing but the style attribute. Okay, right. Style attribute, right? What is the style attribute is that the style attribute will add style to an element. Okay, so what is it? It will add style to the element. Style to the element. What is meant by styling? Styling means that adding color, okay, mentioning the font and then giving the size. Okay, so what is meant by size and what is meant by style attribute? Style attribute means that you can actually have the give colors to the text, you can give colors, background colors, you can also give font sizes, you can also give fonts, okay, and you can also give what you say, like text alignment, you can make it center or you can align it however you want, and you can also give the font size, alignment, all these other things. Okay, right. So that it is used for, and you can use it anywhere. Like style attribute can be used with the body, it can be used with the paragraphs, it can be used with the like however you want, wherever you want this particular kind of styles, like the colors, background colors, or the text color, or this font, specific font, like maybe you want Courier, or maybe you want Times New Roman or Calibri, or whatever type of font that you want, you can actually put it, and the size, like you want it to be 100% or 200% or 300 or 95 or whatever size that you want, you can actually mention. All that is possible, and it can be associated with any tag that requires a styling. And this style attribute is a part of your CSS. And let me just give you an example of how you need to give this style attribute. Okay, so say I'm having a paragraph. I have a paragraph, and the paragraph reads as this is web technologies class. Okay, all right. Okay, so this is web technologies class, and I'm closing the paragraph. Okay, so where I need to add this particular style attribute is in the start tag of the paragraph element. So I'm saying style. Okay, so paragraph style is equal to, so this is like the name value pair, right? So style is the name of the attribute, and I'll be giving the value over here after is equal to. Okay, so what I want the text color. Okay, so I want the text color to be, say for example, I want it to be plum color. Okay, so I'm just giving a plum over here. So you have many colors in CSS like hot pink, purple, plum, salmon, dark sea green, and then yellow green. Okay, many colors you have, pink, red, etc. So say for example, I want the color to be plum. Okay, so let me just give the color to be plum, and so I'm saying color, and then I need to give a colon over here, and then I'm saying plum. Okay, right, and I'm putting a semicolon and then the double quotes. So this is how actually you style the paragraph. Now what will happen is whenever I'm giving to give the background color, I need to say background color. But here I want to give the color to the text itself. Okay, so that's why I simply have said color. So let me just put it in the program and code and show you. So I'm taking off this image tag, and then I'll start off my paragraph. So I'm saying P, and then so I say style. So let me just copy all this from here. Okay, so this is web technologies. I just have copied that. Okay, and then I have the closing paragraph tag, and then let me style it. So I'm saying style is equal to, so what it need to be, I'm putting the color to be color colon. So I'm saying the color should be plum, and then I'm putting a semicolon and then the double quotes. Okay, right. So let me save this and open your this thing. Okay, so you can see so you can very well see here that this is the paragraph, right? So what is the paragraph? This is web technologies class is the paragraph. So I hope everybody is following this. Yes.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, so what is a paragraph? The paragraph is, this is the technologies class, and you can see the color of this particular text has changed to plum. Okay, or else if you want whatever you want. Okay, so say for example, I want the color of it to be dark sea green. Okay, so it will change it to that. So whatever I want, I can so you can see that the color have changed to dark sea green. Okay, right. So this is what you can do to the text. You can actually style it. Okay, you can also use the font family. You can also use the background color. I mean, many things that you can do. Okay. So, so let us go on to the next attribute. So what is the next attribute? So let me take a new page over here. So the next attribute is the lang attribute. Okay, so what is the next attribute? The next attribute is the lang attribute. You know what is meant by a lang attribute, right? Lang, what is lang? Lang stands for language. Okay, so lang stands for language. Okay, so what is this lang attribute? The lang attribute will provide, or it is the language of the website. Okay, so the lang attribute tells what is the language of the website or the web page. Okay, whether the web page is a Telugu web page, or it is a web page which is French web page, or it is a Hindi web page, or it is a English web page. So that kind of language specification for the web page will be given with the lang attribute. So generally we'll be giving this lang attribute along with the HTML tag. You can also give it in many other places. We'll see that eventually when I proceed further into the course. But as of now, just understand that lang attribute will be given in the HTML element or the tag. Okay, after this, since it's an attribute, okay, since it's an attribute, it need to be mentioned in the start tag of the HTML element. So I'm saying HTML, and then I'm giving the lang. Lang is equal to, so in the double quotes, so it's like name value pair, right? So I need to mention like what is the language. So if I want the language of the web page to be English, so I'll be mentioning EN. Okay, so EN stands for it is English. Okay, so if it is Telugu, it is TE. Okay, so only two letters. Okay, so only are used to actually represent this particular language. Okay, right, TE and all that. So if your web page, you're designing a web page in Telugu, and all the letters that you have put, all the content that you have put in Telugu, then you will be saying that this is a Telugu website. Okay, so this will just not make your entire web page into Telugu thing. Okay, it will just mention like what it is, what this document is of, which language this document consists of, what kind of information this document consists of. This document consists of information in English. Okay, like the medium of instruction. What is the medium of instruction for you guys? It is English, right? So it just mentions what it is. Okay, right. It will not convert everything. So there is a different procedure how you create Telugu websites and all that. So here it will just mention the language of the web page. So and it need to be mentioned in the HTML tag. Okay, so we are putting it in the HTML tag, followed by HTML. I'm saying lang is equal to English. Okay, so there is nothing to show as an output for this, but what this is used for, I'll tell you. And it is used for, like, what exactly happens is your browser, right? Your browsers and search engines will take this part from the HTML document, will take this part from the HTML document, and it will use this for searching. Okay, so it will assist it for whenever you want your web page to be searched. Maybe people wants to search English websites. Okay, so in that cases this will guide the search process. Okay, so being English, for example, in the YouTube, like we have Telugu channels, we have English channels, we have French channels, we have Arabic channels, and so on, right? So the language will guide you. It is one of the parameters in which the search process takes place. So this English attribute or the lang attribute, actually defines that. I hope I'm clear on this to the class.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So this lang attribute will assist the search engines and browsers for a better search. Okay. So that is what is called as the lang attribute. And the attribute value can also include the country code. Okay. So it can also include the country code. Say for example, the English that US English is different from UK English. Okay, so US English is quite liberal, but UK English is more syntactically strong. Okay, so to actually include even the country codes, because there are many countries which speak English. Okay, and you want Australian English is quite different as well. Okay, so even that is an English speaking country, but Australian English is different from UK English, and UK English is different from US English. So if you just want to distinguish and make it very clear that you want US English or UK English and all that, you can include the country code along with the value of the lang attribute. Okay, so if you want to mention that it is it is US English, so I am putting a hyphen over here, and then I'm mentioning that it is US. Okay, so I am associating the country code over here, which is again some 2 letters. Okay, so if it is Telugu and I want to associate the country, I'll be saying TE hyphen IN. Okay, so IN is the country code of India, per suppose. So then I'll be saying TE hyphen IN and all that. So that is how actually I'll be using this particular lang attribute. And it is, you can say, like, even if you don't give lang attribute, it is okay, but lang attribute is mandatory so that it will guide your searches. It will make your website more reachable to people. Okay, because the search will happen on the lang attribute.